Hey everybody, it's Gary the Google Guy here, and I got a couple of great new updates that have been added to Google Calendar. First off, if you look to the left side of your screen, you will see a Meet With field underneath your mini calendar view, and that is where you had add a calendar or search for a calendar where you could add either coworkers, resources, or interesting calendars. Now it says Meet With. Now, if you notice that just underneath that, I have my two groups of calendars, my calendars and other calendars, that I do not have Paul as a coworker of mine added here. However, I do need to schedule a meeting with Paul. So what this new feature is going to do is it's going to allow us a couple of things. First off, it's going to allow me to peek at calendars and automatically add them as guests. So let's add Paul here, and we can type in his name, pick from the list, whatever it may be. You'll see that in my screen it's now automatically added Paul as a calendar in blue to see when he would be available for this meeting. I can look and say, all right, how about we do 1 o'clock on Thursday, and pick, and it automatically adds a title of Paul and Trainer, which I can modify if needed. And then I also have underneath that to be able to add additional guests. So I could pop in here, maybe Jennifer's name, and we are going to have a training. We'll just say got it on that. We'll say training meeting. And now we can schedule this meeting as needed. And you'll also notice in this box we have see guest availability, suggested times, adding rooms and conference rooms, conferencing as in meet, and we also have add description. So let's get out of that. So that's one piece that's been added. Now, another thing that you're going to notice is that when you just click on an area in a calendar, that maybe you can see everybody's calendars to be able to schedule them. So let's just go to, once again, Thursday the 18th, and how about we do 9 a.m. and I click, and you'll notice in that quick pick box there are now more options here. So now I can add guests from here. So now once again we could add Paul, and I could add Jennifer. We can use that see guest availability, suggested times, add rooms, add locations, conferencing, which is Google Meet, add a description, and so on. So just to give you a peek here, we can go to see guest availability. You're noticing it's taking us into a little bit different view of the screen, where now I can see, all right, is everybody available or not for this meeting? We're good to go. We can add our title and work with this feature from here. So a couple of really great new updates with just that piece of adding people in that quick pick box, as opposed to having to click on that more options piece. So you can now add guests, rooms, location, conferencing for Meet, and description fields. Now, another brand new update to Google Calendar is the ability to be able to see who has created an event for your conference rooms and resources. So if you look to the right side of my screen, you'll notice that I have a busy, and that is for my small conference room. Now, instead of just being able to see busy on everything in that box and not knowing who created the meeting, I can now click on that box, and it will show me, even though I have no detail for that meeting, I can see that this was created by Trainer 1 and whomever else it may be. So that is another update to Google Calendar there. So just wanted to give you a heads up on those two new updates. If you do not see to the left side of your screen that Meet With option, you may need to empty your cookies and cache for your Chrome browser, or you may need to sign out of your account and sign back in. Just make sure that you're using the latest, greatest version of Google Chrome. With that, everyone, until we meet again, another day, another time, another update, this is Gary the Google Guy, signing off.